Hey everybody, thanks for clicking on Liz the One TV. I'm your girl Liz the One. If you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Alright, so I may jump back and forth between two articles, but right now I'm on news1.com. And basically, this is kind of a follow-up. There's chirping in the background. That is not a smoke detector. That's my alarm that the alarm company is supposed to come out and fix. And they said it was fixed before, but it's still not fixed. It keeps chirping. It works, but it keeps chirping, and I don't understand why. Anyway, R. Kelly's problems keep piling up, but this latest worry was self-inflicted. The disgraced singer failed to show up to court last week, losing a sexual abuse case by default. And when they mean by sexual abuse case, they mean the civil portion of the sexual abuse case, not the criminal. And where was I at? Okay, by default. However, one of his lawyers claimed Kelly has a valid reason for why the singer was a no-show. He can't read, which we kind of found out on the Surviving R. Kelly documentary on Lifetime, where his ex-wife Andrea Kelly claimed that he can't read. But what the judge is going to tell you, ignorance of the law is no excuse. So you got all this, had all this money, and you have lawyers, you should have handed it off to your lawyer, is what they're going to say. So, according to TMZ, Kelly's attorney, Zaid Abdullah, and Raid Shalbahali, I hope I'm not saying the names wrong. I believe I'm, butchering the names, but Shalabi, I'm not going to keep trying to pronounce that. Sorry for massacring your name. Claimed that although he was served with papers alerting him to the case, the singer didn't know what the case was about because he suffers from a learning disability that adversely affects his ability to read, which meant, they added, in essence, he cannot. Now, even if you have dyslexia, you can still read because people go get help with that. There are a lot of people out here with dyslexia that they can't read. Well, they had issues reading. They can read most words, but like the P and the B and the D, like they kind of invert themselves and you can't tell which one it is. So they get help with that. In essence, they learn to read. Like you start that when you're young. So basically, this just means that R. Kelly is illiterate. His ass can't read. So let me keep going. The victims automatically won the lawsuit because of Kelly's absence, and is now his lawyers were asking for the ruling to be dismissed so he can properly defend himself. That request seemed bizarre considering Kelly's publicist, Daryl Johnson, said in a statement to the Chicago Sun-Times, "We don't care about the lawsuit. The lawsuit means nothing to us." Here's the issue. The lawsuit has to mean something. And I know some people are, we debated this on the last R. Kelly video that I did. I'm not saying this is going to cause him to go to jail. But what I am saying is that this default judgment can be brought up as evidence in a criminal trial because it's you see what I'm saying? They kind of correlate. The victim in this one, and she's a victim in the criminal trial, they kind of correlate, and they may have something to do with each other. So, even though his publicist claims that it doesn't mean anything, it means plenty. All right, let's keep going. The plaintiff has remained unidentified, but the lawsuit claims Kelly drove up to talk to the girl as she walked outside in May 1998, and that later that day, one of his associates met her at a restaurant, told her that Kelly wanted to speak with her, and invited her to his studio. Allegedly, the two had sexual contact while she was underage. The victim is now 36. So, she's claiming that when she was underage, certain things happened. I know some people are coming up putting stuff in the comment section like, yeah, she was this then. I'm going to delete that because we don't know that as a matter of fact. And also, if it's under the age of 18, it is still considered, they're still minors. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they're still minors. I know there's a lot of people out here caping for R. Kelly, and I noticed that a lot of them can't spell either, but a lot of them are caping for R. Kelly, and I'm not saying he's guilty or innocent, but this seems to be a pattern. Let's not forget he did marry Aaliyah when she was 15 years old, and he was a 27-year-old man. So it's not completely out of the question. Plus, they claim to have tapes, videos of him sexually abusing underage girls. So, but that is alleged. I'm not going to say that as a matter of fact, but that is alleged. And no, they're not going to circulate it and show you, because that's called child porn for all the geniuses out there. All right, so I'm going to keep going. She was seeking more than $50,000 in damages. There is no word how or when she will receive money. Kelly was arrested February 23rd after surrendering to Chicago police following his indictment on the same day for 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse after spending the weekend in jail because he arguably had trouble paying the $100,000 bond. The $100,000 for his bond. A friend of his posted his bond. Kelly was taken into custody again for failing to pay more than $160,000 in child support, but was released a few days later after someone else paid his bond. Okay, so people are paying his bonds for him. And he was served while in jail. We know that he lives in Trump Tower. It would be pretty hard to get past Trump Tower security, so he got served in jail. Okay, so the latest sex crime charges he is facing stem from attorney Michael Avenatti, who is now in his own legal scandal, which I told you all in the last article. Michael Avenatti and Mark Garagos, they are caught up in their own problems because they allegedly tried to extort Nike for more than $20 million. Michael Avenatti, as reported before, I'm going to say it again because some people may not have caught this. Michael Avenatti is the attorney who went after Donald Trump on behalf of Stormy Daniels. And so he was already a target because you went after the president. You may not like Donald Trump, but you went after the president. And plus, R. Kelly lives in Trump Tower, one of his buildings. So you had to have known that this was going to come down the pipe, or at least Michael. Well, I guess not. If you're arrogant, I guess you wouldn't know. Okay, so giving purported child porn videos that featured the singer, Avenatti said he was hired April of 2017 in connection to multiple allegations of Kelly sexually assaulting minors. He claimed to have videotaped evidence which, despite their similarities, were apparently not the same video footage that Kelly got indicted in 2002 and acquitted in 2008 for child porn. Okay, so they're saying that this may not be the same sex tape. Well, basically, that's how they got a new trial, saying that it wasn't a new sex tape. Saying that it was a new sex tape, I'm just all out of it. Okay, but they're saying that it's a new one. It's old, but it's new. We haven't seen it, basically, and from what I'm hearing, it's VHS. So it may corroborate some of the women's stories because they were old enough to be VHS videotaped. Allegedly. I have to throw allegedly's in there because it's still speculation until the trial comes, but please believe I'm covering the hell out of this trial. Okay. Interest in seeing Kelly charged for his alleged crimes came at the beginning of the year when the bombshell docuseries Surviving R. Kelly aired, with several women accusing him of sexually abusing them when they were underage. So all of their stories kind of corroborated each other, like how they really couldn't go out of their rooms without his permission. It's a lot of stuff. You just got to watch Surviving R. Kelly. It's a crazy documentary. Don't know, I can't say that it's true, but allegedly, but I will say that this ain't looking too good for R. Kelly. Side note, can Kelly write but not read? Because he is credited for writing tons of songs, including 1996's I Believe I Can Fly. We'll never know. I'm assuming that if you can't read, you can't write. I wonder if he had somebody there to help him out with this, to basically just write down what he was thinking, because if you can't read, you can't write. So because if you can't form a sentence, like if you can't read, you just can't write. And I don't think it's dyslexia. I just think that maybe somebody in his youth didn't take the time with him to teach him. It just sounds like the family is just, his family sounds different. It sounds like there was a lot of abuse in that family, but that is no excuse for you to go on and abuse others, especially when you're an adult and you find out that it's wrong. But that's really all I have to say about this. I'm going to keep you guys updated on this story because I'm staying on top of it, because the Beehive on my last video were in my comment sections going all kinds of crazy, but I'm going to stay on top of this story. If you don't like it, that's your problem. If you are caping for an over 50-year-old man who you think is going to mysteriously come and save you and just be with you, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And I don't, especially some of these women, I don't know where the hell they're coming from, caping for this old ass man who we know married Aaliyah when she was 15 and he was 27 at the time. I don't know what's going on with these people, but it is what it is. Anyway, that's all I got to say. I'm your girl, Liz the One. Thanks for clicking on Liz the One TV. Peace out.